Hi, this is R. Sasikumar, Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering from RMDEC Engineering College. Today we are going to discuss about basics of operating system. So the overview of today's presentation, what is an operating system, goals of an operating system, computer system structure, computer startup. What is an operating system? So generally, operating system is nothing but the interaction between the user and computer. That is called what an operating system. So operating system act as a mediator between the user and computer. It is also called what platform. So whatever the user wants to communicate with the computer with the help of operating system, he can do anything. So the operating system, Windows operating system, Linux operating system, Unix operating system, and Mac operating systems also available. So operating system generally called what a platform. So the user can interact with the computer with the help of operating system. So the important word, a keyword of operating system, how to define operating system in a single word means what? The operating system is called what? Resource provider. So whatever the user wants, everything will be provided by the operating system. Suppose if the user wants to store the data into one memory location, means what? The memory can be provided by the operating system. So the operating system manages all resources and decides between conflicting requests for efficient and fair resource use. So that resource will be allocated for all the users by the operating system. So that's why the operating system is called what resource provider or resource allocator. And it is a control program because it controls execution of programs to prevent error and improper use of the computer. So it control everything. So whatever the memory access, whatever the permissions, everything given by the operating system only. The goal of an operating system, there are three important goals of operating system. The first one, execute user programs and make solving user problems easier. So if the user has to write the program and the user wants to execute the program, how to execute the program in part with the help of operating system and make solving user problems easier. And second one, make the computer system convenient to use. And the third one, use the computer hardware in an efficient manner. So how to use the hardware efficiently, that is also given by the operating system. That is the important goal of operating system. And the next one, what are the four components of computer system? There are four components of computer system. The first one is a computer hardware. The second one is a operating system. The third one is a system and application program. And fourth one is user. So actually, computer system is made up of four major components that work together to perform computing task. So suppose I want to do that some task means what, then that system is made up of four components. This is the component from bottom to top, computer hardware, operating system, application program, and user. So the user wants to communicate with the computer hardware with the help of operating system. That definitions we have discussed already. So we will see one by one. So what is called hardware means what? Generally, the hardware is called what? A physical part of the computer system. Example, CPU, that is a central processing unit. You know already, right? What is CPU? CPU is the brain of computer. And the second one, memory. That memory is also called what? RAM. It store data temporarily. So what is called RAM? Random access memory that store the data temporarily. Whenever the power is off, the contents will be erased. That's why it is called what? Temporary memory. Then third one, hard disk drive and SSD. Now recent days we are using SSD. So stores data permanently. Suppose if you want to store the data instead of memory permanently, then we go with a hard disk and SSD. And fourth one, IO devices, a keyboard, mouse, monitor, printer, everything is called what? IO device. IO device is nothing but what? Input and output device. So the computer hardware can be classified into four components. One is a CPU. The second one is a main memory RAM. The third one is what permanent memory. There is a hard disk drive or SSD. And fourth one is what input output device. So what is the main role of computer hardware? Execute instruction and interact with the input output device. Then we will go for second one, operating system. So I already told the definition of operating system. So operating system is a software that manages hardware resources and provides services to application program. So I repeat once again, it is a software that manages hardware resources and provides services to application program. So what are the important functions of operating system? The main important functions of operating system is what? Process and memory management, file system management, input output control, then user interface. What is the main role of operating system? It acts as a bridge between user application and hardware. Then we will go for application program. The application program is also called a software that perform specific task for the user. So not all the tasks. Suppose if the student wants to develop a student project means, but that is one specific task, or bank automation, or student information, or library automation. So application program is nothing but what, to perform a specific task for the user. For example, Microsoft Office, that's the Word, Excel, PowerPoint, web browser, games, and media players. What is the role of application program? It allows user to do useful work like writing documents, browsing website, etc. The last one, user. The user is nothing but what, a person or a pupil or systems that interact with the computer. That is called what, user. The type of user, we have what, four types of user. One is called what, end user. The another one is called what, programmer. The third one is called what, a system administrator. And fourth one is called what, automated systems like sensor and robots. So the main role of user is nothing but what, initiate task, use application, and benefit from the computer system. So I hope you understand these four components of the computer system. This is the overview of computer system structure. So hardware is nothing but what, physical devices that do the computing. Operating system is nothing but what, manages resources and runs application. Application program is nothing but what, help users to perform specific task. User is nothing but what, a human or systems using the computer. Then last one is a computer startup. So whenever you switch on the system, then the system will be booted. That's why it is called what, a bootstrap program. It is loaded at the power of or reboot. It is mainly stored into read-only memory. So I already told is a RAM memory is what, a random access memory and a read-only memory. Random access memory is called what, a temporary memory, but read-only memory is nothing but what, a permanent memory. So random access memory, both the user can write and read the program, but the read-only memory, only the user can read the program, not possible to write. So it is a permanent memory. So whenever the system is switched on, then the ROM will be booted automatically. There is a system programs will be booted automatically. That's why it is called what, a bootstrap program. It is also known as what, a firmware. So it what is the purpose of that firmware means what, it initializes all the aspects of the system and it loads the operating system kernel and starts execution. So once the bootstrap program is loaded successfully, then only the user able to perform all the task without any error. So this is called what, basic operating system concept. I hope you understand this concept. Thank you.